So the first thing I have to do is put the grapes in this bucket thing and squash them somehow. I'm working on this attractive mural of the surrounding area, which tells you, how far away things are and so on. It's the ideal working environment for the amateur vintner. Oz has set this so that he can go off and ponce around looking at chateaux. He thinks I'll make a complete cock-up of this and I'll be here for days, but he's wrong.
I mean, I can see why they call him Captain Slow. He seems to be taking the berries off one by one. I mean, I would take a bunch and go like that. Not James.
Oz is interacting with the locals now, which is what he's very good at.
Et nous avons un petit qui veut faire vin.
I have no option but to do the traditional thing and tread on them, which I'm not very keen on, to be honest, because I think it might contaminate it. But anyway. Absolutely nothing is happening.
This is rubbish. I need some technology.
Oz, could you ask Madame if she has something like a potato masher that I could borrow for an hour or so?
Well, she's not got a potato masher, but this being rural France, she does have a lovely old hoe.
Nous avons acheté des raisins. Non, oui.
Pardon.
Avec les pieds.
May I...
Non, c'est trop sale, ça. Oh, il faut le laver. Alors, si vous voulez faire le sein,
Is that an heirloom?
je vais le laver.
No, she says you've got to go and wash it first.
Oh,
Je vais
no.
vous le laver, moi, ça, je ne vais pas vous faire le sein, non.
It's fine. This will give it some
C'est
good
tout sale.
rusty high notes.
Je vais le soigner, je vais le laver.
Can you hold that or not, Misty? Push it up further.
Yeah, there's...
Okay.
Get those bits.
Hold it firmly. I'm going to push that hard. Okay, look at all that juice pouring out.
I've bought some yeast and I've nicked some sugar from a roadside cafe.
Yeast and the sugar will work together, and this will turn what is at the moment grape juice into wine. Look at that frothing up. That's already making alcohol.
We don't actually know. She's asking whether we've succeeded.
Yeah, I'm enjoying myself. This is au naturel. We will send you a case when it's matured.
Il a dit qu'il vous remettre une caisse quand c'est prêt à boire.
Non, je ne veux pas, moi. Je n'aime pas le vin.
She says she'd rather not.
Non.
Voilà,
Voilà.
le vin rouge.
Rouge. Pas trop rouge.
Sort of rouge. Honestly, they'll be queuing up for this at Ramsay's big Ponzi restaurant.
Well, that's assuming it's any good, and we'll soon find out, because you'll be testing it out on the locals. It won't be ready for a while, so in the meantime, there's a chance to take part in one of France's more bizarre wine-making traditions.
So it's a competition for seeing who can pull corks out of bottles.
Fastest.
What happens to all the wine?
Hopefully, if you're good, you drink tons of it. These are the villagers of San Sardos. They're out celebrating their grape harvest, and they want to find this year's cork-pulling champion.
I like the idea of a Drinkers Olympics. That's excellent. Cork-pulling Olympics.
That's what you're here for.
Are we a team?
Oh, God, I hope not.
So each bottle you open gets...
Uncharacteristically for the French, the organisers like to ensure le fair play, and they have an extensive rule book which they rigorously apply.
And you open it according to what the French regulations say is the accepted way of opening it.
Which is bound to be
Is
pretty
that clear?
complicated.
It's very complicated, and certainly it won't be the easiest way.
Excellent. This is a great opportunity for annoying lots of locals.
Here are some local former resistance leaders representing France.
Where do you come from, please?
London.
London, la capitale.
And the British Expeditionary Force is fielding Clark and May.
Oh, oui, London, la capitale.
L'Angleterre, la capitale, avec le joli accent anglais. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Allez, go! Allez!
Right, 2 minutes to open as many bottles as possible.
They come last, don't they?
Ow! You just punched me in the face. I've done what?
Cannot come last.
1 minute!
1 minute.
1 minute, 1 minute encore. C'est l'heure.
My wrist is knackered.
No, it is knackering.
No, too fast, too fast.
Il vient fort, s'il vous plaît. 1, 2, 3.
No, don't count it twice.
Bien, 8 bouteilles. Bien, hein?
That's 8 each for Oz and James. So how does that compare with René, René and René?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bouteilles.
Oh dear, we lost. Time for a drink. But then we discover that the French have been cheating.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Une Irlandaise qui est venue jouer
It's
avec
water.
nous, les Anglais.
That is an absolute disgrace. I was only doing this to get a drink.
The results of James's winemaking experiment have been swilling around in the boot of the Jag for 5 days. That's enough time for the yeast to have caused his grape juice to ferment and make alcohol. Technically, he's now made a wine. But is it any good? We've come to this delightful market town to find out.
The people of France believe that they have a very, very sensitive, educated palate when it comes to their own wines. But have they? Let's find out. Here we have 3 wine glasses on a table, and I have 3 wines. I have a very expensive French wine.
It's a 50-quid Vougeot from Burgundy.
I have a very cheap French wine from a supermarket, the sort of stuff you buy straight from the vat.
It's a Gamay from Ardèche, costs around £3.50.
And I have the Domaine de Bout de Jaguar.
I wouldn't want to put a price on this one.
Mine's in the middle and not recommended by wine connoisseur TV's Oz Clark.
I can smell this wine of yours downwind. I mean, you could make vinaigrette out of this.
That's sour grapes. Let's see what the experts think.
Bonjour, madame. Le vin rouge, please.
Each person will taste all 3 wines, then reveal the one they like best.
Okay, monsieur?
So, which is France's favourite wine? The expensive one on the left, the cheap one on the right, or the English one in the middle?
Monsieur, votre favor.
Expensive. 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 Expensive again.
That's number 1, that's number 2, that's number 3 for me.
You're Dutch.
Yes.
You're disqualified. Votre favor.
Expensive. Expensive.
Maybe Oz has a point.
Expensive. Oh, his missus likes the cheap one. Nice.
This, look.
You
I
stick...
mean, you can't even see through it. I mean, it's as though you've actually made this with
Oz?
a mixture of washing up water and Ribena.
Expensive. 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 Oh, yes! What?
Merci, merci bien, monsieur.
Magnifique! Let's just see that one again.
I appreciate that it's difficult for you because I'm undoing your life's work, but he says Chateau Jaguar is best. It just goes to show that all you have to do is crush some grapes in a bucket and stick it in the back of your car for 4 or 5 days, and you've made a perfectly good wine. The rest of it is hype and
Absolutely
cant.
nonsense. All it proves is that there are some French people who know as little about wine, whose palate is as leaden as yours. That's all it should prove.
Rubbish.
Find more wine choosing advice from Oz Woody High Notes Clark at bbc.co.uk/food.
Next time, I teach James how to match wine with food.
That tastes doesn't it?
I enhance my reputation as Britain's best driver.
And we celebrate the harvest with a good old-fashioned boys' night out.
I can't listen to any of this. You're getting smashed. And I'm way behind you.